together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm all life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind and hear
Yes, there is only love right here and right now, and we pull that love in as we collectively bless today. We bless the center, we bless all those who have come from near and from far, all those who have made today a special day, those who have stepped forward today to help us celebrate and honor our speaker. How lucky are we? Yeah. How lucky are we? Please help me anchor this by saying, and so it is. Awesome. So today, if just look around for a second, because you'll probably understand today is just a little bit different than our normal Sunday. So, Rev Don, would you please light the candles for me today? I know. Don't we we've got grandkids, right? And we got the son. So you grandkids were used to be like this, right? Holy crap. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so today we are celebrating the very last Sunday in the season of peace. And so we're doing the Seek prayer for peace. God judges us according to our deeds, not by the coat that we wear. And know that truth is above everything. But higher still is truthful living. Know that we attain God when we love, and the only true victory occurs when no one is defeated. And of course, our second candle is the healing candle of love and of light. And I invite you in the stillness of your own mind to bring to awareness the names of anyone that you wish to be included in this healing flame of love and of light. And I'm going to also ask you to just hold the Fleming family in this healing flame of love and light as they choose a new adventure after today. And so now that our flames of faith are fully lighted, we move forward into our celebration, realizing and reaffirming that all paths lead to God. Thank you, Rev. See, I get to do a whole bunch of stuff to Rev today because he can't get rid of me. Now, usually I pick a sacred reading that goes with the talk, but today I didn't. Today I picked a sacred reading for Dawn and for Anne. My heart tells me, go for it, shine your light. But my mind cautions, be careful, lots can go wrong. I take my doubts to the beloved, I dump them there and move forward anyway. Do you know what I've discovered? While I take each tiny step, behind the scenes, the universe paves the way and opens doors, conspiring for my success. We are each set up to shine, and we don't do it alone. Back to our choir.
You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take. Bless the progress that you make, the reason you live. It's found in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't have to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes and take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things.
Woo, don't they sound great?
They do.
Yes. Thank you so much, choir. So, as I already mentioned, today is a little bit different. So, I hope you all just kind of roll with all of us today. There's been a lot of love poured into today. And so, welcome. Reverend Don is retiring. Today is his very last talk with us in this capacity. And I'm supposed to stand up here and do a bunch of announcements. But I think I'm going to skip that. But we do have one announcement. If I could get everybody, please pay attention to the screen. Judy, can you hit the lights? And Amy?
Beloved Beloved CSL community, Rev Sunny here, your elected spiritual leader. I come to you today to let you all know that I received an email of concern from one of your community members, Joy. Luckily, I speak and read fluent Golden Retriever, so I was able to discern exactly what Joy was trying to say. She informed me that her best friend, Reverend Don, was retiring so that he and Anne could live their dream in Talkeetna, which she is super excited about but had difficulty pronouncing. She wanted to make sure that everyone knew she would miss you all greatly and that her experience in CSL Anchorage has been golden. Now, I don't need to tell you all what a remarkable presence Reverend Don has been in your community. His wisdom, kindness, and unwavering dedication have touched so many lives, whether he was sharing an insightful lesson or holding space in prayer or offering a heartfelt hug. Reverend Don embodies the principles of love and service in ways that have inspired so many. Reverend Don, your leadership has left an indelible mark. You have shown what it means to walk the spiritual path, this spiritual path, with grace and humor and deep compassion. Your ability to see the divine in each person and to call forth the highest potential is a gift that will keep on giving even as you embark on this new adventure. And let's not forget Anne, your partner in love and faith and in all ways that truly matter. And you are also deeply appreciated for the light and support you have shared with this community. Your new journey together is one to celebrate with joy and gratitude. While you will be deeply missed every week, your spirit remains woven into the fabric of CSL Anchorage. And thanks to Joy, we also know that wherever you go, love follows. So Reverend Don and Practitioner Anne, we send you off with blessings and love and a heartfelt thanks. May your days ahead be filled with beauty and adventure and the peace that comes from knowing you have made a lasting difference in so many lives. But before I go, Joy asked me to share this joke. Why did Joy, the golden retriever, approve of retirement? Because now there are so many possibilities for Joy. Peace and blessings.
For those of you who aren't familiar, that is actually the elected spiritual leader of all of the Centers for Spiritual Living around the world. So I think I had a conversation with you, Reverend Dawn, that Reverend Sunny didn't even know who you were. Guess what? She knows who you and Anne are. And so now, Judy can turn the lights back on and back to our choir. As I said, lots of new stuff. And so this is a requested song by Reverend Dawn. And Jessica will bless us with a solo.
A place where you can always go, come with me. And it's a place to let your feelings show, come with me. What a pleasant journey, isn't very far. We can go together, stay right where you are. Now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart. There is a place where you can be yourself, come with me. There is a place where you can free yourself, come with me. and you know it's waiting not so far away. Need no reservations, we could go today. Now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart. The light shines through each window, and the door is open wide, and each question has an answer if you only look inside. There is a place where every sorrow ends. Come with me, where every hope and every truth begins. Come with me. What a pleasant journey, isn't very far. We can go together, stay right where you are. Now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart. Now it's time to start. It's right here in your heart.
Thank you, choir, Jessica. You know, 10 years as senior minister, you'd think I'd learn something. I'm the one that sets the order of service. Why would I put myself behind that? I mean, how can you? Thank you very, very much, all of you. Let's see. At the end, toward the end of most of my talks, I think you're familiar. What I like to do is say something to the effect, you know, what I want you to take away today, the thing that I want you to remember. And I try to give a little capsule of what the main message was for today. Well, today's talk is going to be what I want you to take away from the last 15 years of me doing talks here. This is the capsule that I want you to take away. And it can really be condensed into, it was supposed to be 3 words, but it ended up being 6. What I want more than anything else is think for yourself. Think for yourself. You don't have to believe what I say, what Ernest Holmes says, what some priest or some preacher or anybody else says. Think for yourself. And then what the original title of the talk was today, and that is, you've got this. Because when you think for yourself, you're allowing that divine current to express through you, and you have all of the power, all of the recognition, all of everything, that infinite force carrying you along. So my 3 points today are, and some of you will recognize these, what it is. God is, I am, I know. When people ask me, well, what do you do, Mr. Fleming? And I say, well, I'm a minister at the Alaska Center for Spiritual Living. And very often they'll say, oh, isn't that some kind of cult? Do you even believe in God? So I can always truthfully say, yes, absolutely, I believe in God. But I don't tell anybody what they ought to believe. But I believe in God. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to tell you what I believe. And I invite you to think for yourself. You can agree with me, you can not agree with me. In fact, if you say, he's full of baloney, that's great because that proves you're thinking for yourself. So I have accomplished something in 15 years. And I like to make my points with a story. I think most of you know that. And I want to tell a story about many years ago. Ann and I invited some friends to go to our cabin. And it was about this time of year, maybe a little earlier. It was cold. Oh, yeah, I'm talking at least 20 below. And we got into the cabin, and we had just this great meal. I don't remember what we ate, but I think we ate a lot. And I had one of the little 8-inch pie. We were going to have pie after dinner, but everybody was so full, we didn't have room for the pie. So Ann got the bright idea, we should go for a walk. So everybody thought that was a good idea, or at least most of us did. So we bundled up and went out and put on our snowshoes and tromped off into the wilderness. And we went out, we call it the point, and we snowshoed out to the point. And God, it was beautiful out there. It was a cold, cold night, crystal clear, almost a full moon, and Mount Denali was just the crowning jewel in the tiara of the Alaska Range. It was so beautiful, and the stars. It was just one of those touching nights. And as we walked our way back, we got down to a little place we call Hammer Lake, and I don't know how, but I ended up flat on my back in Hammer Lake looking up, and you could see the soft glow of the propane lights from the cabin. Somebody stayed behind. And it just seemed so warm and so inviting. And there was a feeling just of wholeness, a feeling of completeness. And then I lay down in that snow and I looked up, and millions and millions of stars. Just everywhere, stars. And then right across the middle of the sky, a band, the Milky Way. So many stars you couldn't begin to even think of counting them. But then I realized that most of those aren't stars. Each one of those little tiny pinpoints of light is a galaxy into itself. Each one of those is a galaxy just like the Milky Way, with millions and millions of stars within it. And sitting there in that moment, I just felt how insignificant I am, how insignificant all of us were, and how magnificent this divine creative force that made all of this must be. And so over the next, I don't know, few weeks, I thought about that, and I came to an awareness of certain things, what that divine current, that force must be. And I came to the conclusion, number one, that this infinite creative force must be all-powerful. To create all of that, it must be more powerful than we can get our finite little human minds around. We can't even understand the extent of that power. And then I came to the awareness that this magnificent power is everywhere. This thing made all of it. This thing created it all of it. And so that power, is all there is. There isn't a power and a not power. There is only this power. And this power is within all of everything. It is in every point in space. And it is within every moment in time. From before time until there is no time, that power is eternal. It is there. And lastly, I came to the awareness that this power knows everything. It is a power of knowledge. It is a power that knows all of everything. And so it is great. It's more than just intelligence. It's more than intellect. It also encompasses the wisdom to go with that. So, yes, I absolutely believe in God. Now, I know not everybody is comfortable with that term. Some people, I don't want to. And that's okay. If you reject that, that means at least you're thinking for yourself. So it's okay. You can use any term you want. The universe is a common one. Spirit, Holy Spirit, a lot of different terms. Judge Thomas Trord called it the thing itself. It has a lot of different names. And this isn't the first time that I've told the story of that night out there in Hammer Lake and looking up and seeing the stars and feeling that presence. I shared it, I don't know, a year or two after I started as senior minister, and it was a pretty good day. I think we had like 80-some people here that day, and we had a family. I think it was maybe their second time here. Sat in the back row, mom and dad and two little ones, and I delivered that story of being in Hammer Lake and looking up. And I was still in the phase where I was trying to use all of my Toastmaster tricks. I was trying to be the best orator that I could be. And so I talked about this feeling and laying there and the insignificance of what I was. And I said, and in the eyes of the infinite, we are nothing but dust. And so I laid out this big pause to let it sink in, and I was so proud of myself. Everybody was on the edge of their chair in this great pause. And then I heard this little 4-year-old voice in the back of the sanctuary. Daddy, what's butt dust? And there's a real lesson in that. That infinite creative force wants us to be happy. It wants us to have fun. It wants us to laugh at ourselves. Not laugh at others, but don't take ourselves so seriously. Okay, point number 2. God is. And that point 2 is I am. And I kind of start, just about every philosophy or religion has had some type of creation story. And there have been all kinds of creation stories. But in my little finite mind, I think about that and, okay, we've got this power. And it made all of this, heaven and earth and everything, and all of us. What did it make it out of? It had to have something to make us out of. Well, the only thing that was there was itself. So everything, all of us, are all made of God stuff. In modern, as best as we can describe terms today, we have God DNA within us. Each and every one of us has God DNA, RNA. We have all of the qualities of that infinite creative force within us. Well, what are those qualities? What is God like? What is it made up of? And God, to me, gives the ability to perceive and appreciate beauty. It is the ability to appreciate and embrace truth. It is peace. We are not put here to make war with one another. We've been doing this prayer every day for the last 60 some odd days, 64 days. We have covered just about every tradition that I could think of. And they all center around one thing, and they're all centers that we are people peace. It is only as we allow the politicians and some other people to put us in corners where we feel we have to fight. And I already talked about the idea of the intelligence, but to go with it, the wisdom. That is all part of. And also to go with that is the ability to reason, to think. It's an invitation to think for yourself. And the real big one is love. We all have the capacity for love. The story of one day God and a scientist were having a discussion. And the scientist proclaimed, well, I can do anything you can do, God. You know, modern science is so strong, so good, we can do anything. And God says, well, that's great, good to hear, but I kind of doubt that. He said, well, what do you mean? We can do anything. So God, let's see you do this. He reaches down, he picks up a handful of dirt, and he molds it into a shape, and then he breathes the breath of life into this clay, and it becomes man. God says, let's see you do that. And so the scientist said, no problem. He reaches down to get a handful of dirt, and God says, no, get your own dirt. Oh boy. Wrote this with the cheaters on. But I found this quote in Deuteronomy, the Hebrew scriptures, that I think talks about man's relationship with that ineffable, that thing that we can't describe that's God. And this comes, like I say, from the Hebrew scriptures in Deuteronomy. God is not out there. God is, it is not far away or remote or inaccessible, but is close at hand, speaking through our mouths and dwelling in our hearts. That infinite creative force is within each and every one of us, always. Third point. Oh boy, I better get her. The creation story. We have all been made, and we're made of God's stuff. And the second point is that our thoughts are creative. You know, we have this teaching symbol. It's a circle, not to put a fence around God, no, but to show that it's infinite. There is no beginning and no end to God. And then it's kind of divided into three parts. The top part being our ideas, our thoughts. And those are creative. Those thoughts then enter into the middle part, which is we call a creative medium. It's that part of God that creates. It's that part of God that has made heaven and earth and everything. And it accepts our thoughts and it acts upon them. And the bottom part is the physical world. The things that this room, these lights, all of this, that is the physical world. That's that part of God. And that's how the creative process works. You can think of it, the term that we use is a seed soil plant. Our thoughts are the seeds, God is the soil, and the plant is the physical world. But in that, sometimes I think we get a little wrapped around our own thinking, and we don't realize you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are creative, but you are not your thoughts. I think it's good to think of thoughts as visitors, because sometimes you've got visitors that you really like, and they're wonderful people, and you have fun, and you laugh, and you have meals, and you know, it's a great thing. And then you have people that aren't so nice. People that, God, I can't wait for them to leave. You know, and so those thoughts are like visitors. Sometimes we've got thoughts that are good, that we like, that are fun, and they're prosperous. They're all those things. But then there are some thoughts that are producing some things that maybe we don't like so much. The beauty of all of this is we can think again. We can just turn around and change our thoughts. Now, sometimes that can be a little bit hard, but we are free to choose. You know, some people choose prosperity and abundance. Others choose lack and limitation. Some people choose health and vitality. Others choose disease. And there's a whole new can of worms about disease and health, because those are very, very real things. Don't misunderstand me. But then we have the people that choose things like crime. And you can't deny that crime is rampant today. It has been. And even though violent crime is down, not only in Anchorage, but in the state of Alaska, and really in our country, violent crime is down in the world. But petty crime, white-collar crime and stuff is way up. This I just learned yesterday or the day before. Did you realize that hackers hacked into Amazon and they sent police tasers all over the world? People were stunned. I had to take the rights away from Sonny Cantrell. No, I can be worse. But really, you know, on a local scale, oh, it's terrible. Just right here in Anchorage, you know, our fancy police department downtown, you know, it was going to be the legislative office, but boy, that was some bad optics. You know, it was right when we're cutting the state ferry, we're cutting education, we're cut. And the legislature is going to move into this, what was it, $37 million building with automatic trash cans. The lid pops up. Whenever, how it knows you throw it away, I don't know. Somebody got in there and stole all the toilet seats.
Here we go.
The investigators have nothing to go on. Okay. It is getting late. Two more things that I want to talk about, and I think they're really germane. And we have a whole suite of principles in our center. We took the ones that National did, and we kind of rewrote them for Alaska. We sort of Alaska-fied them. But we've got principles, and then we've got practices. And we've got a whole suite of practices as well. You know, and if you've been here at all, you know prayer. We're really big on prayer. That's one of our practices. Meditation. We're really big on meditation. Affirmations. We do that a lot. But one that we use a lot, but we don't talk about a lot, is gratitude. And I think that it's important that we practice gratitude daily. And that is because it's almost impossible to focus and plant the seeds of what we don't want when we're focused on gratitude for what we have. And I think gratitude is a great thing. And I love the story of, it's not a story, Reverend Nancy. Reverend Nancy used to do her, pay the church's bills and stuff every month. And she would sit and she'd write out the check to Chugach for the electricity. And she'd just be so thankful, so grateful to have electric lights. So she'd be able to see to write a check in the dark Alaskan winter. Just so grateful for electricity and all that it does for us. And she'd write out the check for NSTAR. Oh, so grateful for the natural gas that gives us the heat to keep us warm in these cold Alaskan times. And I think when we're focused on gratitude, it keeps us from falling into the trap of creating more of what we don't want. And then the last point, and this is, we call it release. In life, sometimes the things that we encounter, the problems, whatever, can be overwhelming. They can seem like they're just way more than we can handle. And I think it's important for us to step back and realize that that infinite creative force, which is God's Spirit, the thing itself, whatever you call it, that higher power is with us. We don't have to carry all of the burden all of the time. That power, that presence can be with us. And it can help us. And when we place ourselves in that, through the use of our principles and our spiritual practices, we can then allow that current to help us, and it can make the crooked road straight. It can make the things that are so difficult for us possible. There is a power in the universe that's greater than we are, and we can use it. And it is for us. So what I want you to take away today from the takeaway for 15 years is think for yourself. And whatever you do, remember, you got this, because you've got that infinite force with you. And so it is with the awareness of the presence of a power that is greater than we are that I ask my colleagues, the practitioners, to join me in holding our congregation. Thank all of you so much for coming out today. It is so great to see everybody. To holding our congregation, our city, our state, our nation, holding our globe in peace and love, and recognizing that that infinite presence is with us. I may not have the answer to this situation right here and right now, but there is that within me that does. There is that within me that is greater than anything, and I have the freedom to choose to allow that infinite force to help me in this and in any problem I have. Whether it be money and finances, that infinite force is here to help us. Not to give us a bunch of money, but to help us deal with it, to help us live in an abundant lifestyle. The same with health. We don't always get miracle cures. We do get some. Cancer goes away. All those kinds of things happen. But a lot of times it doesn't. But that doesn't mean that that infinite force isn't with us and helping us through that time. We may be separated from one another, separated from God. But that's only our feeling. We're only feeling separated from God. We cannot be separate from God because God is within each and every one of us. And for this, we can just give thanks. We can be so grateful. We can be grateful for this incredible Alaskan day. We can be thankful for one another. I am so deeply thankful for each and every one here today. And for those of you who are watching it later, thank you. So we just step back now and we can let it go, because we know that that divine current is helping us here and now and always. All praises be unto the one, and so it is. Amen.
Sorry, that was my cue. As I said, we're doing things a little different today. And so we have a video. I called up Zoe. I called up Zoe a couple of months ago and I said, hey, the Rev's retiring. I need you to write a song.
Oh, no.
You've been like a father to me, and you see me when I can't see. I hope you can believe how much you mean to us all. You're there anytime that we fall. You've been like a father to me, and you see me even when I can't see. I hope you can believe how much you mean to us all. You've been there anytime when we fall. Oh yeah, you've been like a father to me. Yeah, you've been the friend we all need. I am just so freaking happy, 'cause you deserve to go out and be free. Play all day with your wifey. You mean the world to us all, and we will be there if ever you fall. I love you.
None of us can get away without telling stupid jokes. And so now this is the time where we step into our tithing, our collection. So, God, it's so much fun to look out and see so many beautiful, wonderful faces here. Please take your offering, your gift, place it upon your heart. And please recite with me our affirmation. Divine love
Blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, and so it is. When everything changes, I can change anything. Turning the pages, everything's new. If life's little stages are teaching me anything, it's everything changes, and I can change too. Used to be when things got crazy, I get to feeling low, but I found out I can't let that faze me. Honey, now I know. When everything changes, I can change anything. Turning the pages, everything's new. If life's little stages are teaching me anything, it's everything changes, and I can change too. Who expects the unexpected, like sneaking up on you? And sometimes we all feel disconnected. What you gonna do? When everything changes, I can change anything. Turning the pages, everything's new. If life's little stages are teaching me anything, it's everything changes, and I can change too. Who's to say why it works this way? Well, it's kind of strange, but it's true. When everything changes, I can change anything. Turning the pages, everything's new. If life's little stages are teaching me anything, it's everything changes, and I can change too. Everything changes and I can change too. Everything changes and I can change too.
And so, in closing, as you all know, there's this amazing potluck next door. There's also going to be several people joining us, so feel free to grab your food and get settled in. Some faces from maybe afar that we haven't seen for a while. From afar, yes, came from afar. Afar. And so as we close today, as we think for ourselves, you know, God is, I am, I know. Or simply but dust. Let's bless the food and the celebration that's about to break out next door. Let's bless the shared times and all those joining us from near and far. But most of all, we bless Reverend Don, his bad jokes, and his continued journey with the divine, showing that we've all got this. And those of you who are familiar with the way we usually close out, we're going to change it today. Please welcome to the stage Dawn Macon.
All right. Oh my God. Somebody's loving every single freaking row. Oh, oops, I'm in church. Okay, Zoe. I am so grateful to be here. A week ago, this was not happening. I was not going to be even in this city. And just the spirit of things just kept moving. And Reverend Dawn, Anne, love, deep connection, confidence, laughter, and I release. You requested this song, and it is for you and us. And it couldn't have been more timely. Anybody else feeling that right now? Those of us who know this song, here we go. And those of us who don't, you will know it. You are it. Is this it? Am I good?
You're good.
Do I have to start over now? No. There was a time in my life thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it all go. You gotta let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only